In everyday life, of course, we must have experienced a problem. In this video, we will learn about Stoic philosophy so that we can remain calm in various problems. Watch the video carefully.
Silence has always been a big deal when it comes to persuasion and influence. Think about those times you've held back from speaking, letting that quiet moment do all the talking. It's pretty powerful, right? But while silence can definitely pull people in and make them lean a bit closer, trying to catch what you might be holding back, it's not the only trick in the book. There's a whole world of strategies beyond just keeping quiet, ones that Stoics like Marcus Aurelius nailed down ages ago. True Stoicism is way more than just not saying things. It's about making your presence felt and taking calculated action. Imagine walking into a room and without saying a word, everyone feels your confidence and authority. That's the real magic of Stoic silence. It's not about just being quiet. It's about being quietly powerful, knowing exactly when to let silence work for you and when to let your actions do the talking. So, let's dive into these ancient yet totally relevant tactics today. We're going to mix some old-school Stoic wisdom with fresh psychological insights to really get a grip on using silence, not just as a way to hide, but as a strategic, memorable tool that, when combined with the right moves, really shapes how people see you. Let's start with silence, because before we can understand why there's something better, we have to first appreciate why silence is so effective. For centuries, silence has been a cornerstone of influence. The Stoics understood its power well. Epictetus said, "Silence is safer than speech," and it's true. Staying quiet protects your energy. It stops you from saying things you might regret, and most importantly, it creates an aura of mystery. Silence can make people wonder what you are thinking. That simple uncertainty often holds more power than any words could. Think about it. In a world where everyone is desperate to be heard, silence stands out. When you stay quiet, you create a vacuum, an empty space that people rush to fill with their own thoughts, assumptions, and anxieties. It's psychological gravity. Silence makes people project their fears, their hopes, and their insecurities onto you. It makes them work harder to interpret your actions, often giving you more credit or power than you might have claimed outright. But the magic of silence isn't just in what it doesn't do. It's in how it contrasts with noise. People are surrounded by noise all day long. This backdrop of constant chatter elevates the impact of silence. When you choose to be silent, especially in tense or heated moments, you break the expected pattern. This disruption forces others to pause and consider your silence, which can be disarming and powerful. They might wonder if you know more than you're letting on, or if you're judging them in silence. In negotiations or debates, your silence can pressure others to speak more, potentially revealing more than they intended. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, practiced this as a form of control and reflection. By holding back their words, they maintained power in their interactions and cultivated an inner peace that helped them see situations more clearly. They knew that in silence, they could better observe the motives and weaknesses of others without distraction. This Stoic practice isn't just about restraint, it's about strategic empowerment. By mastering silence, you master a part of the conversation that most overlook, the part that speaks without words. Moreover, silence enhances your presence. In being silent, you can appear more thoughtful, more discerning. It gives you an air of authority and mystery, compelling others to pay more attention to your non-verbal cues. They watch you more closely, trying to decipher the unspoken, which can make you a more influential figure in any setting. In a society that often equates loudness with rightness or dominance, choosing silence can be a profound counter-narrative. It can shift the dynamics of a conversation or meeting, placing the silent person in a position of unexpected strength. Silence can be a tool of resistance against the onslaught of information overload, a way to command a room without competing in the rising tide of voices. As we continue to explore the nuances of communication, remember that silence, when used wisely, isn't just absence. It's a presence all its own. It's a deliberate and powerful choice in the toolkit of those who understand that sometimes the loudest statement is made without a single word. Enhancing silence with presence. Silence might set the stage, but it's presence that steals the show. When we talk about having a presence, we're not just referring to occupying space. It's about filling that space with an aura that's palpably felt by others, an energy that's both seen and sensed. This kind of presence isn't about volume. It's about the weight your silence carries, how even your quietest moments command attention and respect. It's a concept deeply resonant with Stoic philosophy, where the emphasis is not just on what we say, but on how we exist in the spaces we inhabit. Think about those times when someone walks into a room and everything shifts. The air feels different, conversations tilt their way, all without a single word being spoken by them. That's the power of presence. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius thrived on this concept, embodying virtues that spoke louder than their spoken words, virtues like restraint, dignity, and resilience. Their presence was a reflection of their inner philosophy, a philosophy that valued the strength of character over the strength of words. Enhancing your silence with presence is about cultivating these qualities, so that when you do choose silence, it's layered with unspoken messages of confidence and authority. But how do we build such a presence? It starts with self-awareness and control, key tenets of Stoicism. Be mindful of your body language, your expressions, and even your movements. Are they reflecting the calm, composed persona you wish to project? Every gesture should be intentional, contributing to a narrative that you script every day through your actions. A Stoic harnesses their presence by being completely in the moment, by embodying the principles they believe in. For instance, when engaging in a conversation, a Stoic isn't just passively listening, they are actively present, showing attentiveness through eye contact, nodding, and reacting appropriately. This not only shows respect for the speaker, but also reinforces the Stoic's presence as thoughtful and engaged, enhancing the power of their silence. Moreover, presence is about consistency. It's about consistently being that source of strength and stability, whether you're leading a meeting or simply participating in a family dinner. Stoicism teaches us that consistency in our demeanor and ethics builds trust and respect, key ingredients for a strong presence. By consistently showing up as your best self, you lay down a foundation where your silence speaks of reliability and depth. And let's not forget about the environments where we choose to be silent and present. Stoics believe in the power of environment on our psyche and behavior. By choosing surroundings that align with your values and enhance your sense of calm, you amplify your presence. Whether it's a calm corner in a busy office or a strategically chosen seat at a conference table, where you are physically says a lot about who you are. Incorporating these aspects of Stoic practice, mindfulness, intentionality, consistency, and environmental awareness, transforms mere physical presence into a profound expression of who you are, without needing to say a word. It turns your presence into a dialogue with the world around you, a dialogue where your values and virtues speak through your poise and peace. So as we explore the synergy between silence and presence, let's remember that our goal is not just to be noticed, but to be memorable. It's about making sure that our silent moments are as full of meaning as our spoken words, ensuring that our presence echoes in the spaces we leave behind. That's the Stoic way, quiet yet impactful, reserved yet resonant. Presence with purpose. When we start to peel back the layers of what makes silence golden, we uncover that its true companion is purposeful presence. It's not merely about showing up, it's about showing up with intention. This involves a deeper layer of self-awareness where each action, each pause, and even the spaces we choose to occupy are imbued with purpose. It's what the Stoics would call living according to nature, where your external actions align perfectly with your internal values, creating a powerful coherence that resonates with those around you. Having a presence with purpose means you're not just physically present, you're psychologically and emotionally invested in the moment. This kind of engagement transforms routine interactions into moments of impact. For instance, in a meeting, rather than simply filling a chair, you're actively contributing to the flow of ideas. Your contributions are thoughtful, your feedback is constructive, and your demeanor is calm and assured, regardless of the stakes. This approach is deeply Stoic, reflecting the philosophy's emphasis on living with virtue in every action, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This concept of purposeful presence goes beyond professional settings. It plays a critical role in personal relationships as well. When you're with family or friends, being truly present means engaging fully, listening intently, responding authentically, and being mindful of the emotional climate of the room. It's about making those around you feel seen and heard, which in turn enhances your influence and deepens your connections. Stoicism teaches us that the essence of good relationships is not found in what we say or do, but in how we make others feel through our consistent, virtue-driven actions. Moreover, embodying a purposeful presence means being mindful of the legacy you're creating. Each action, each decision, and each silence carries with it a ripple effect, extending far beyond the immediate moment.